So in Project Zomboid, there are 4 different locations you can spawn at: Rosewood, Riverside, Maldrag, and West Point. Now, picking where you spawn can be vitally important to your physical and mental well-being. Spawning somewhere with a lot of loot is nice, but if you spend your entire visit there being mauled on by zombies, you won't really have much time to gather all that loot. So West Point, is it a good idea to spawn there? Well, first let's talk about what's there. So for the most part, most of your looting will take place on the right side of town, because that's where most of the shops and stores are situated at. So we'll start by looking over there. So for guns, you're pretty set because there's a police station and gun store both pretty close together on this side of town, with the gun store being right on the edge of town. Still on the right side of town, a little to the south, is a warehouse of tons of crates that will hopefully have most of what you need to start building some fortifications to your base. And right next to the warehouse you have a gas station, and a little further north is your pharmacy, so you have enough disinfectant to clean the 20 different bites and scratches you'll most likely get in the first week of spawning here. Going more towards the middle of town, you have another gas station and a hardware store that will give you more materials that you'll need for building. A little to the left of that is an elementary school, but no one really cares about that place because there's a much larger school on the left side of town that is surrounded by residential buildings. So if you're looking to increase that knowledge in your brain, then this is the place to go because there will definitely be a good amount of books that you can loot. Both lots of books comes a lot more zombies, and that's where the problem of spawning here comes in. This place probably has the best loot when it comes to the 4 spawn towns, but it also has the most zombies out of all 4. If you look at this heat map for zombie spawns I found on Reddit, you can see that Rosewood and Riverside have a little bit of red, but nothing too crazy. Maldrag has some bright red, but it's mostly situated near the highway, so if you stay clear of there, you should be fine. But when you look at West Point, pretty much the majority of the town is in bright red, so in conclusion, there's a shit ton of zombies. As an example, I spawned here and spent my first 24 hours trying to get zombies away from houses so I could loot them and find a frying pan to defend myself with, and some food and water so I wouldn't just roll over and die. And after 3 days, I was finally able to make a base in one of the residential buildings, but every time I would go out to loot, I would be greeted by a wandering horde, and after about a week I got snuck up on unbitten in the neck, so I rage quit and went to the gym to bench press my PR of 25 pounds to vent my frustration. So there's really good loot, but a lot of zombies. But there's one more factor that comes into play when choosing if you should spawn here: the location. So West Point is actually at a really good spot on the map. If you want even more zombies and even more loot, then go up the road to Louisville and try your luck living there. Or if you want something a little more chill, just go down south and hang out in Maldrag for a little bit. Or if you want something a lot more chill, then head to the left of town and roleplay Season 2 of The Walking Dead in the farmland. And it's right by the river, so you'll never die of thirst, and you can level up that fishing skill. So West Point has good loot, a good location on the map, but has a large amount of zombies. So if you are a newer player, do not spawn here, you will be guaranteed death within days. Good loot is not worth it if you can't hold on to it for more than a couple hours. So really, you're only going to be wanting to spawn here if you're experienced with avoiding and taking on larger numbers of zombies. Out of all the spawns, this one is 100% the most difficult, but it is the most rewarding if you're able to survive. So it's not for everyone, but I think you should still give it a try just to see if you can survive there. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the video, and if you did, please go down and hit that like and subscribe button. It's really the best way to support the channel, and comment down below if you think West Point's a good place to spawn in Project Zomboid, and I will see you all in the next one.